Sack Life, Beat Depression, Day 676, and we're back with another fix, a somatic healing session to wipe out depression. Thank you guys so much for being here today. Appreciate you for tuning in, for supporting me, for supporting each other, and for supporting yourselves in our daily self-care routine. Today is an active recovery day. Thank the universe, because it's 120 degrees outside and it's a killer. Seems like it's getting hotter every single day out here, and I don't know when it'll end. So that will bring us into our first part of today's show, which is that gratitude tool, powerful tool. The more we use it, the better it becomes. Gonna shout out gratitude today to my homeboy Rook out here, Rookwave, for lending his space, his air-conditioned space for us. Hell yeah, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. So that I don't die and I can continue to bring you these free sessions that we can do together to support each other. So, gratitude going out to Rook. And I want you guys to think about your piece of gratitude for today. That'll help put you in that positive mindset as we move into the lesson. It's 676 days today of progress and success for me, the Sackman. Let me know how many days it's been for you. It's always good to share that number with each other. It's inspiring, it's motivational, and lets people know that they're not alone, that I'm not the only one out here making progress day by day. There's plenty of us out here working together, growing stronger every day, and every step forward counts. I want to shout out to you, all of you out there who are tuned in right now. Simon Amaze, Lisa the Luminary, Mad with Hats. Thank you guys for being consistent. Thank you for showing up and for supporting each other and supporting the cause. You're always part of my gratitude section. So, if you have been making consistent progress, please do keep track of that progress, because it builds up in the mind into more self-confidence, self-esteem, and self-validation, which nobody can take away from you because you're the only one who can give it to yourself. So keep track of that number. The larger it grows, the more powerful it becomes, and it can serve as an anchor, especially on those tough days when it feels like you can't get up. And look at that number. Remember, you did get up X amount of days, and you can look forward to getting up and moving forwards the same amount of days at least in the future. So thank you guys for that. That's the list tool. That's the gratitude tool. Now let's get into today's lesson. It's an active recovery day, so we're going to take it nice and easy. We'll be moving in a flow-based session today, focusing in on the breath work tool, that diaphragmatic breathing tool that helps calm the nervous system. And we're going to link that breath work tool with movement to make it super effective at knocking out stress, anxiety, frustration, and depression. So before we get into that session, before we get into the martial arts side of things, let's focus in just for a moment on the breathwork tool itself. With one hand over the chest, one hand over the belly, we're going to take a deep breath in through the nose to the belly and hold it for a moment, and then long and slow exhale through pursed lips. I want to put some resistance between those lips, a little bit of back pressure, and breathe twice as long on the exhale as you do on the inhale. So if your inhale was 1 second, we want a 2 second exhale. Inhale was 2 seconds, 4 second exhale. Just doubling up on there. That's the goal. We're going to use that breath work as a guide for our movement as well. But let's tap into that tool together just for a moment. Shout out to When Roses Blossoms. Appreciate you out there. Let's practice that tool. One hand over the belly, one hand over the chest. Deep breath through the nose. Try and keep that chest flat and just allow the belly to expand. Breathe nice and slow, nice and easy. Hold that breath for a moment, and then long and slow exhale here. Letting the belly fall, keeping the chest nice and flat. This is known as diaphragmatic breathing and helps calm the nervous system no matter what state you're in. So even if you're in a stressful environment, you can tap into this breathwork tool, use it at any time to calm that system, get your control back, get your power back, and take care of yourself. Mad with has shown some watermelons. Don't know what that means, but it's watermelon. Yeah, that's a reference to Luca back in the day, who called this Watermelon Wednesday for some reason. But yeah, we're going with water flow officially, but unofficially it is a Watermelon Wednesday. Shout out to Luca, my buddy out there. Hope you make it into the class a little bit later. That being said, we covered the breathwork tool. We're going to talk about the stance and the move sets that we'll be covering. I want you guys to get creative. I want you to make this thing your own. So if there's certain striking patterns that you enjoy more than others, use those with that breathwork tool and turn it into an active recovery session for yourself. And I'll show you what I mean right now. So if we're in Muay Thai stance and we're talking basics, let's just start with jab and cross. Talking basic jab, right, and cross. We're twisting through for those. We're going to take that inhale, link the inhale with your return to defensive stance. So take that deep breath into the belly, into defensive stance, guard nice and high. Now we're holding our breath here as we hold our defensive stance. When we're ready to strike, we're going to take that long exhale through pursed lips and very slowly flow like water into those striking patterns. I'll show you what it looks like. Take that deep breath into the belly, into defensive stance. Now long and slow. Exhale all that air through pursed lips out the mouth as you flow through those striking patterns. You want to end that breath at the end of that last strike and hold that strike there until that breath is totally out of the belly. Then slowly breathe back and start that pattern over again. Back into your defensive stance while holding. Long exhale forwards. Nice and slow and controlled. Now if you keep strikes to a total of 2 or 3 strikes total, that will keep that pace down. And we want to kind of follow the breath. Let that breath be your guide. So on that long exhale, when you start exhaling, start turning in and slow that movement down so that by the time you reach that last strike, you're fully out of that breath. Shout out to Slayer Ken for tuning in. Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for being here, being consistent as always, and sharing that progress. He's at 284 days consecutively, and that's good stuff. It's something to be proud of. It's hard enough just to get up for 284 days, right? Get up, and if you made your bed or did something like that, those are tough things to do consistently every single day anyways, let alone get up and fight forwards in a self-care routine. So you should be proud of yourself. I'm proud of you for that number, and it's inspiring to see other people sharing that progress and making that progress in their lives. So thank you for sharing that, bro. Leonardo DG, thank you for being here as well. Ken said, where am I? I'm here in the home of Rook, the Rook man, Rookwave switch. He's lent his air-cooled space today on this 120-degree day so I can bring you this class and not die while doing it. Shout out of gratitude to him. We're about to get it on like Donkey Kong. He's got that classic retro feel behind, adding that nostalgic value. We're going to have those 80s tunes pumping out of the boombox to fuel that fighting spirit as well. So it all goes together quite well. It's like the universe provides whenever we need it, right? Good stuff, Ken, from Mad with Hats. And thanks, bro. Looks like a lot of appreciation and positive support out there going on. I appreciate you guys for that. That's another powerful mental health tool out here. A social support system can be critical in certain times when we're dealing with things. Finding other people, like-minded individuals who are thinking about growth, thinking about progress, or going the direction that we want to go, or they're already where we want to be. Those types of individuals will help us make progress in our lives. So refine that social circle. We're doing it here now live for 30 minutes at a time. You know, we're getting together, but you can also find people in your home community, especially in the martial arts field. Growth mindset is something you'll find very much in common, very prevalent in multiple forms of martial arts. So I encourage you guys to check them out. Karate, Taekwondo, Jiu-Jitsu, Muay Thai, any type, all different types of martial arts have the same type of group atmosphere, a nice group support system, good social support system out there. And you'll find, if you ask around and you start talking with people, a lot of people do it for the mental health benefits. A lot of people don't realize the mental health benefits, so it's not promoted that way, but once they start training and they feel it affect them in their lives, you'll find that they share those same experiences in common. So get out there, find your crew, find your social support system, and fight for you first. That's the most important thing. Ken said it's awesome, looks pretty cool in there. Heck yeah, it is. It's the coolest place to be. It's the coolest place on earth, literally. Double me. Luca's here. Hey, thanks for being here, Luca. Appreciate you, buddy. It is Watermelon Wednesday, right? Just for you. We're going to be doing that slow breath-based session. We talked about the breath tool. Let's get back into it. I want you guys to be creative and use those striking patterns you enjoy most. You can use kicks here. Take that deep breath in to defensive stance, long and slow. Teep, right? Low teep, mid teep, high teep. Inhale back to defensive stance into that belly. Long and slow exhale. Deep inhale back. Back to defensive stance and hold. Using that breath work tool to calm that nervous system, even if, no matter what striking pattern we're using. So we're going to be doing that. We're going to be striking, using the breath, flowing through like water, be like Bruce Lee, taking form into those striking patterns. And every couple of minutes, we're going to stop, tune back into the breath and make sure that we're keeping that pace controlled, keeping it at low intensity so we can get that relief that we deserve from the daily grind. Remember that rest is an important part of the training process. The benefits that we get from training are created during that rest period. So when we're training, we're breaking our bodies down. When we're heavy bag training, we're breaking our muscles down. And it's only during proper rest period that we get to get those benefits, the new connections to the muscles. Neurogenesis only happens while we're asleep. So make sure you are getting proper rest out there and you're giving yourself those breaks that you deserve. Ken said he keeps forgetting it's Water Flow Wednesday. It is not a real gun. That is an airsoft gun. Just kind of a prop out here, just toys. Hello Nurse is here. Thanks for being here. Hello Nurse. Appreciate you. We're going to get into it now. Enough chatting. Let's do this thing. We're going to have one solid round, 10 minutes through. We'll be taking those brief check-in breaks in between to tune back into the power breath and make sure we're keeping it low intensity. We're going to flow nice and slow, nice and easy. And it's day 22 for Hello Nurse. Good stuff. Thank you for sharing that progress. It's so cool to see other people staying consistent, making that progress. And even if you missed days, keeping track of the proof that you have, that you can get up, you can fight forward for you, you can make progress, even if depression or anxiety was telling you that you couldn't. Keeping track of that number is very important. It becomes very powerful in my life and in other people's lives as well. So let's do this. Thank you for sharing that. Make sure you've got water. Make sure you're staying hydrated. Let's get some calming music going. You can find these calming tunes on sacklifeofficial.com as the artist on all streaming platforms if you'd like to try them for yourself. This one's been encoded with a binaural beat that helps get into a meditative state and REM sleep. So feel free, give that a shot. Let me know if it's working out for you. And as always, if you have a good experience on this class, please share it with the world at Sack Life Daily on YouTube in the comment section. That way we can help each other by our own way of experience and be that change that we want to see in the world. So let's do it. Let's get into it. Starting the timer now. We're going to start with that deep breath into the belly in defensive stance. Deep through the nose to the belly. Hold that breath for a moment. Long and slow exhale through the mouth. Twisting into the jab. Twisting through into the cross. Fully exhale there in striking position. And deep inhale back to the belly. Holding the guard high. Returning to your defensive stance. Long and slow exhale through jab cross. Think slow and controlled. Finish that breath at the end of the strike. Deep inhale back. Now you can visualize that depression dummy. Visualize making contact at the right points on his face to knock those thighs out as we twist in to our jab cross. Take that deep breath in to reset. To the belly. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. Twisting through. Turning that fist over, tucking the thumb. And landing on those large two knuckles, wrist nice and straight. Deep inhale back. Guard high, hold that breath in the belly. Long and slow exhale forwards. Nice and slow, nice and controlled. Deep inhale back to defensive stance. And you can move around in that stance. Go ahead and shift your body around, moving 1 foot at a time as a fighter would. When you're ready to exhale, long and slow. Twist through, driving those fists into the face of that depression dummy. Deep inhale back to the belly and get creative with it. Use some other strikes if you like. Use a kick. Step forwards and let's launch a lead T. Drive through that hip. Try and maintain balance. If you lose balance, don't worry. Just reset back to your balance stance. Deep breath into the belly. Hold, long and slow. Ooh, it's a little tough out here. Long and slow, deep, lead deep. Deep inhale back to the belly. Long and slow. Oh, there it is. Hold that. Kick right in place. Deep inhale back. Hold that balance. Long and slow exhale forwards. Deep inhale back. Long and slow exhale. balance. You can see those improvements. Deep inhale back. Letting the shoulders go back on that teep will help with that rotation and help maintain balance there. Ooh, sink it on the knee a little bit. Deep inhale back, hold that defensive stance. Let's shake it out, get back to a neutral position and tune into that breath, making sure the intensity stays low. Deep into the belly through the nose. Hold that breath for a moment. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. And deep inhale again to the belly one more time. Long and slow out the mouth. Lips, keeping that chest flat, making sure we're breathing with that belly is going to help calm that nervous system, and hopefully you're feeling those effects. Let's get back into a deep breath to defensive stance, and we're going to switch over to elbow strikes now. Long and slow exhale, 2 elbow strikes, swapping guard, keeping guard high in between. Deep inhale back to defensive stance. Let's break down those elbows for anybody new. We're going to drop that lead hand into an invisible pocket, placing the wrist against the chest, making the elbow nice and pointy. As we step forwards, pushing off that back foot, we're twisting through the hips and shoulders, driving that elbow around, letting our body do the work, keeping the guard high on the opposite side and chin tucked into those shoulders for additional defense. From here, we're going to swap over to the rear elbow strike, switching guard with the guard hand. The opposite hand goes down into that chest pocket, right? Press nice and tight. The other hand comes up to guard, and we're going to twist on the ball of the rear foot. Boom, bringing that rear elbow around, keeping the guard high, and again, chin tucked there. 2 strikes, 1 long breath, deep inhale back. Hold that breath in the belly, and step in for double elbows, nice and slow. Fully exhale here, deep inhale back. Hold that breath in the belly, long and slow through pursed lips. Rotate right on through, double elbow strikes, deep inhale back. Hold that breath in the belly, long exhale forwards. Nice and slow. Closed guard here is fine. You can turn the fist if you'd like. You can use an open guard, open palm. All different preferences in Muay Thai. Deep inhale back, each with its own tiny advantages or disadvantages. Open palm's good for deflecting strikes. Closed palm is better at absorbing impact. Whichever you prefer, you can go ahead and stick to that one. Long exhale forwards. Luca said, can we do elephant breathing? Absolutely. If that's the breath pattern that you enjoy, go ahead and practice that elephant breath as well. Deep breath back to the belly. Hold that breath in the belly. Long and slow exhale forwards. Fully exhale out of that mouth through pursed lips. And let's return to that breathwork tool. Shake out the arms, shake out the legs if you got that lactic acid. Want to keep it low intensity and not push too hard today. It is a recovery day. 1 hand over the chest, 1 hand over the belly. Let's take that deep breath in the nose to the belly, keeping the chest flat. Expand that belly and hold the breath for a moment. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. And as we exhale, you'll see that belly dropping. Now breathing out through the mouth through pursed lips. Make sure you put a little resistance there. That'll further enhance that diaphragmatic breathing muscle. Let's take another deep breath in through the nose to the belly. Hold. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. And we're going to shift back to jab and cross if you're following along with me. If you're using your own striking patterns, that's totally cool. Use what you enjoy. Make it your own. Use what works for you. Let's take that deep breath in to defensive stance. Keeping the guard high, the chin tucked, long and slow. Exhale forwards. Through jab and cross. Bending those knees, tucking the chin in, right? Twisting through the shoulders. Deep inhale back. Hold that breath in the belly, long and slow exhale forwards. Now you don't have to move around here. You can stay in a solid planted position. Deep inhale back. But if you'd like to, if you feel more comfortable shifting around and following that flow, by all means do so. Long exhale forwards. Twist those fists over, squeezing at impact, landing on those knuckles. Deep inhale back to the belly. Hold that breath in the belly, long and slow exhale through 2 strikes. Deep inhale back. Now get creative with it, use any strikes you'd like. I'm going to free form here, so feel free to just exhale forward into the strike, inhale back into defensive stance. Deep breath into the belly, in guard, long exhale through forward strike, deep inhale back. If you know other forms of martial arts, you can mix them in here. Long exhale forwards, deep inhale back. Guard high, long exhale forwards, deep inhale back. Hold that breath in the belly, long exhale forwards, deep inhale back. Hold that breath in the belly, long exhale forwards, deep inhale back. That breath, long exhale forwards. Deep inhale back to defensive stance. Hold that breath in the belly, long exhale forwards. Deep inhale back. Hold that breath, long exhale forwards. And deep inhale back. Long exhale forwards, deep inhale back. Hold that breath for a moment, long exhale forwards, deep inhale back. Long exhale forwards. Oh, work that balance. Whoops. Deep inhale back. Long exhale forwards, nice and slow. Back, and let's tune into just that breath work tool and make sure we got that low intensity goal that we set for ourselves today. One hand over the chest, one hand over the belly. We're going to tune it down, make sure get our nervous system under control. Deep breath through the nose to the belly. You can close your eyes here and visualize that breath entering your body and filling your belly with air. Take that deep breath in. Hold on to it. Long and slow exhale. Deep inhale again to the belly. Hold on to that breath. Long and slow exhale. Deep breath in again, making sure that exhale is twice as long. Deep breath in. Chest stays flat. Long and slow. Just blow away that stress. Deep inhale again, through the nose to the belly. Hold in that breath. That's your power. That's your power of peace right there in the breath. Hold on to it. Long exhale out the mouth. So we blow away that stress. One more time. Deep breath into the belly. Hold on to it. Long and slow exhale out the mouth. And there it is. That's the end of our Water Flow Wednesday. It's an active recovery session. Mostly breath-based, breath-focused today. We were still able to refine our martial arts skills, our balance, our striking technique, as well as give ourselves that break that we deserve. And I hope you're feeling the calming effects of that break, those de-stress effects of that deep diaphragmatic breathing tool. And if you're enjoying them, please do let the world know on Sack Life Daily. We'll do a daily upload to YouTube at Sack Life Daily. That way everyone can have access to these free tools and hopefully find ones that work for them and move move them forward on their journey. Until next time, shout out to Ramiz Frances. I appreciate your support as well. Until next time, I'll catch you guys same sack time, same sack channel, same sack life. Sackman out.